What's up, guys? I just want to show off a tool that I've been writing this week. This will allow you to import Street Fighter X Tekken character models into 3ds Max, of course, from the 3D version of the game. Okay. What happened is a buddy had asked me, like, how can you get those game models into 3ds Max? And after some adventuring, some frustration, and some programming, I eventually got them into 3ds Max. Okay, so this should work on Street Fighter 4, by the way. Okay, now I don't own or have Street Fighter X Tekken or Street Fighter 4, so there could be issues. If there's any issues, there's an email here. That's my email. Please use it. Okay, it kind of sucks when you put a lot of effort into something, and then people start flaming on forums about you being a freaking idiot or something. It has nothing to do about that. I wrote a lot of scripts, and then 3ds Max kept upgrading. Every year 3ds Max upgrades, and there's little incompatibilities that happen, okay? And I obviously can't go to every script and just update them every year. That's not really that logical. So, yeah, if you come across the bug, okay, be logical. There's an email here. Use it, okay? Now, carrying on, like I said, I didn't have the actual game or whatever. What happened was actually my buddy found some cool character mods on DeviantArt. So, on DeviantArt, you know, there's a cool place to get art and stuff, so it actually kind of just turned into a dumpster for like 3D models. So it's a cool place to get assets and stuff. So this guy he made a mod for Street Fighter X Tekken. Of course, we're not going to be actually using it for Street Fighter Tekken. We're just going to import the model to 3ds Max. Okay, but he offers the game files up here on his page, so we can actually download these. So I'm just going to download them. Okay, all right, I got it. Or did I? Let me just check. Yeah, okay. Let me just delete this old folder. So what we're going to do is just unpack this, obviously. If you need to know what zipping program to use, I suggest 7-zip. Okay, it does RAR and zip and whatever. Okay. Now, inside of here, we have uncompressed files, like they're unpacked. To my knowledge, in Street Fighter 4, they were inside of a single file called EMZ. If you have that, you're going to have to Google about it, because I don't have any information. Obviously, I don't have an EMZ to play with, so just Google Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter EMZ Unpacker, and I'm sure something will pop up on it. Okay, but for this purpose, we don't have to worry about it. It's a mod that's only uploaded, so everything's already unpacked for us, so we're good to go. Okay. Now there's 3 files here that we'll be homing into. We have the EMB, which is textures, EMO, which is the model, and EMM, the materials. Okay. So what we're going to do is just unpack the textures first. The Max script I wrote does unpack them. It has support for that. So if you go to File, you can go to EMB, and you can open up one of the files, and it'll extract it. Okay, but it's extremely slow. Max script is not really built for speed, so I would recommend not using the Max script unless you would have to use it. What we're going to use instead is Dragon Unpacker. Okay, it's basically, I don't know if you guys ever used any recovery software, but it looks for files on your hard drive or in a file, and if it recognizes a texture, it'll pull it out for you. So it's not a proper extractor for this game, but what it's going to do is it's going to get the textures for us, which is nice. So what we're going to do is go to File, and then go to Hyper Ripper, and then of course we can open up our EMB, okay? And then at the Format tab, just turn on only DDS texture. Okay, that's very important. Just DDS texture. Then head over to the Advanced tab. Now the naming, again, important. Make sure you hit Custom and type in %N. Okay, so every time Dragon Unpacker finds a file, it's going to name it 1, 2, 3. So it's going to serialize them. Okay. Now that's information is synced right here. In my Max script, I kind of accommodate for Dragon Unpacker, so we're gonna lean towards always using Dragon Unpacker for this procedure. I'll get totally lost here. Okay, so we can just go back to Search and then select Search, and then it's pretty much done. Hit OK, and then in the main view here, you'll see that we have the various textures. Okay, so we can just select these and extract them. Okay, I find it easier just to click, drag, and drop. Actually, maybe I should just put that in a folder. Doesn't look so sloppy. Okay, we'll just drop those in there. Okay. Now, we'll just import the model now through MaxScript. We can close Dragon Unpacker. Here we go. Okay. We're going to load, and then we'll just select, EMO, and import our object. Okay. Once the model imports, you'll notice that it's kind of facing down on its face. You may wish to fix that. All you have to do is just select the rotate tool, select your whole mesh, and you can use the snap tool and just rotate by 90. Okay, or rotate at 90. You want your degree to be at 90, sorry. To get access to that, you click left click to activate, and then right click to select options. Okay, and just make sure that when you rotate, you're selecting or you're rotating from the center of the grid. And then it's just simply just a matter of rotating it. Okay. Now, one other thing I'm going to mention, just because somebody's obviously going to notice it. There's a bunch of lines that are connecting across our model. Now, I don't even know what that is, but what we can do is just cut the skin off. So right-click on skin, cut it off, right-click to poly, and then right-click and then go to mesh again. And now you can see the lines they're gone. Okay, but if you move your bones, you'll notice that, oh my God, nothing's working anymore. Okay, that's because the skin has been cut off. So make sure that when you do that conversion, you have to right-click and paste back the skin. That's a very important part. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The mesh is pretty much all here. We got the skeleton, the rig, everything's all good. The materials are here, but you're probably wondering, why aren't your textures coming up? Okay, because we got them from Dragon Unpacker, they're not connected yet. So to link them up, the easiest way is just to go to File, Save As, and then save the file, the max file, inside the texture directory. So if we check now, we save the max file in the same directory as the textures. Now all we have to do is go to File and then reload the file. So just open it up again, and then once it does that, 3ds Max will try to search up the textures and find them in the path. And here you go. Now they've automatically loaded for you. So you can see we have those striped pants as it was in the preview. So yeah, it's loaded up the materials, but you might be wondering, well, why is it all funny colored and stuff? Simple answer is basically you have to still load the material file. Okay, so if you notice here, we have 2 color swaps. We have red pants and yellow pants. All right. So if we hit load again, and this time select EMM, you notice we have these 2 files, 01 and 02. So these are our 2 color swaps. So we're going to select first color swap number 1. That will load into the script, and it will show a bunch of materials. Now I can discuss this in a later video, but just to simplify this, select your mesh and then select auto. Okay, and that will assign the materials to your mesh. So in a second, you'll see that this mesh and its strange colors will change to what you see in the preview. Okay, so I can just hide the skeleton, so I'm just going to hide everything else. And so you can see we have approximately generally what it looks or appears to be in the image. Okay, of course the shaders are of course different, of course, and these bongles and things are blue because they aren't actually visible in the game, so they're kind of left there. But yeah, that's complete import. Of course, you have now working materials, okay, and working rig and everything else.